Hello everybody. Quý vị nghe nghe nhạc này chưa? Chắc chưa phải không? This is my business soundtrack. Okay. Not too fast, not too slow. Hi everybody. It's Monday in the United States. If you're watching from the United States, give me a 1. If you're watching from Vietnam, good morning Vietnam. Give me a 2. Canada's 3. Australia's 4. I think that's it for now. That's it for now. Hello, Nhi and Connie. Vincent. We've got Doug. Hello, Nhi. Rồi. Mỹ Anh. Phát nè. Hello, chị Minh Châu. Hiếu. Of course, my buddy Jim Rotter. Hey, my buddy Jim Rotter. Okay. Very nice to see everyone. Chị Minh Châu từ Virginia. Got Alyssa Huynh from San Diego. And Nikki Fee. Sometimes it's Nikki No Fee. Nikki No Fees. Nikki is one of my agents. We do things like help people with programs that have no fees. She will now be known as Nikki No Fees. Okay, very nice to see everyone. Of course, I always love to see Phát. Hello Tony Phạm. Nãy giờ không thấy ai từ Việt Nam hả? Wait a second. Yeah, we got Hiếu. Hiếu is from Vietnam. Thank you so much. And Lillian. Love it. My name is what? Okay. And Jen Lee. Oh, that's right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, cho nhạc nó xuống, làm sao cho nó xuống đây? Okay. Slowly down. Okay. Did you have a good weekend? Mới đó mà weekend đã là come and go. Come and go. It's already come and go. It's already come and go. Oh, that's a nice way to end the music like that. Very good. Okay. Nice to see everyone. We got Lee, who is from Northern California. And of course, chị Lan Châu from Orange County, California. We got Tim. Tim Nguyễn, chào chị yêu. Nghe dễ thương vậy. Mary. And of course, again, Nikki No Fee. Oh, Lillian's first time. Everyone say hello to Lillian. This is Lillian's first time watching the live stream. We're going to make you feel welcome, Lillian. Everyone say hi to Lillian. Congratulations for finding your way to the live stream. Oh, look. They love you, Lillian. Okay, everybody. So today, Lina Bonita. Hôm nay mình học thêm tiếng gì? Tiếng Mã phải không? Spanish? And we got Connie in Aurora, Colorado. Trời ơi, người Việt mà ở cái thành phố đó nói hơi khó ha. Aurora, Colorado. Houston. Texas is always in the house. Okay. So today, we're going to talk about retirement. Are you tired of it yet? I hope not, because most of you watching this are probably making some mistakes with your retirement. And it's always good to find out what you don't know what you don't know. I love that saying. You don't know what you don't know. Là sao? Thì cái gì mà mình không biết rồi mình không biết. Nhưng mà khi mà mình biết rồi, then you should do something. Okay? Hello, Nina from Concord. Okay. So as I'm explaining this, if you have questions, please feel free to ask in comments. If you have any ideas, anything else, feel free to just comment. Oh, I'm a bad YouTuber. You know I'm a bad YouTuber. Thường mấy người mà YouTuber á, họ hay làm vậy nè, họ hay là nhắc quý vị là bấm like và nhắc quý vị là subscribe với là cái notification này kia. So I'm a bad YouTuber. I never tell you guys to please subscribe or the notification, cái bell gì đó đó. Okay, so if you haven't already, please subscribe. Veronica from PA. Well, Connie's first time joining in too. Okay, everyone say hi to Connie. Oh, come on, you guys. Let's get some applause. Don't make her feel left out. Hi, Connie. We're very happy to see you, Connie. Very happy to see you. Okay. And then we've got Annie. Annie is very dễ thương. She is also one of my new agents, And we're having a good time getting to know each other and just learning as much as we can. Okay, learning as much as we can. Does anyone here who's watching right now know everything? Does anyone watching now know everything? I'm still waiting, Okay, I would hope not. In fact, my buddy Jim, who is 80, are you 81 or 82 now? You're 81? Okay, Jim. Okay, Jim is 81. Jim has lived a life. He has gone to many places. He has met many people. He's rất là thông minh. He's a former engineer, 81. He's 81, former engineer. Okay, we're not going to tell anyone that he also used to work for the CIA. And even Jim doesn't know everything. And in fact, I love Jim because he loves to learn. And whether you are working like you're going to join my team or like you're trying to figure out what to do for your future, okay, you got to be open-minded to learning more and finding out about other things. So no one knows everything. Sometimes Lina nói chuyện với khách hàng and I share them some of these plans that are amazing if done correctly. And they're like, how come my tax preparer doesn't know this? How come my CPA never told me about this? Or how come my accountant doesn't know anything? Well, because when we work, we all have our own special expertise in whatever area we're doing. Okay, so if you're paying someone to file your taxes, guess what? They're going to help you file your taxes. Okay, they're going to help you file your taxes. Do you come from a land down under? Do you come from a land down under? Oi, 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 someone from Australia. Hello, mate. Oh, no, that was a part British. Sorry. Okay. So just because your CPA, your accountant, your tax preparer has never heard of it, doesn't mean that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, doesn't mean that it's not good, doesn't mean that it's a scam. And it really doesn't mean that your accountant is bad either, because not everyone will know everything. And your accountant is licensed to do what? Your accounting. So keep that in mind. Because I have many clients who are accountants. Okay? I even have clients who are licensed insurance agents. So again, just because you're an insurance agent doesn't mean that you know everything about every product out there. Now, I must say, I am very proud of myself that I have learned a lot about a lot of different products. I don't know everything. I am not an expert on everything because, well, the whole definition of being an expert is not that you know everything about everything. Okay? But I can tell you that once I focus on something and I'm set out to like if I've got a goal, I'm going to reach it. If I am setting out to help you with something, if I'm giving anyone any kind of advice, trust me, it is to the best of my knowledge and I feel very confident in giving it to you. Okay? Because after all I have is my reputation. Thực sự như vậy. So all I have is my reputation. I've been working in TV news for over 20 years. And all I have is my reputation. I did not work that hard to build up my reputation to then now in retirement sell you a scam. Okay? Okie dokie. So here's tonight's video. So please feel free to ask any questions. So, are you making mistakes in your retirement planning? Are you making mistakes in your retirement planning? Hey, Mark Harris. Mark Harris. Um, whether you're working now or you're about to retire or you've never thought of retirement, why? Because you're young and you can't think that far. Or you're already retired. Okay. Everyone can do something to improve your financial situation. Everyone, me included. My husband and I are always working on our finances. Okay. There are always changes to be made. And so if you put a plan in place like 20, 30 years ago, and you've not made any changes to that plan, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong because unless your life has not changed at all, your plan has to change with it. Okay? Nè, nàng, năng, năng đào trân. Good morning, Lena, watching from Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I am in California. By the way, I'm in California, but I can help you regardless of where you live in the United States. And in fact, if you don't live in the United States, I might also be able to help you if you can come here. Okay. So here we go. This is very short. This is very, very short because one of the biggest problems that people have is that they really don't understand what? Taxes. Okay. So this video is for educational purposes only. Okay. It is not meant to be taken as specific tax, legal, or investment advice. Everyone's situation is different. Okay. Like you can't watch this and then go do something without actually taking a look at your own personal situation. So if you need help, there's my email, lenawin@vanmay.com. Okay, understanding taxes. A lot of people just don't understand taxes. Okay? Maybe the one thing that we can all agree on is that we hate taxes. Who hates taxes? Who hates taxes? Do you guys know how to do emojis on comments? Put your hand up if you hate taxes. Okay? We all hate paying taxes. But not a lot of people understand them. Not a lot of people have diversified their taxes. What are you talking about? Well, we talk about diversifying our portfolio, diversifying when we invest. But how many people have thought about diversifying the tax treatment of your different investments? Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm going to break it down and it's going to sound so easy to you. It's going to sound so easy to you. And yet what? You haven't done anything about it. So there are two main things that you should be looking at when we're talking about taxes. Tax deferred là hoãn thuế. And then the other one is tax free. Miễn thuế. So far, so good. So far, so good. Tax deferred is hoãn thuế. And then the other one is miễn thuế. Big difference. Okay, big difference. And guess what? It's all math. Math. A little story about me and math. My mom and dad were very, very strict when I was growing up. So in high school, I could not be a cheerleader. I could not, although I was on the dance team, I really couldn't go to after school practices. I was not allowed to hang out with my friends. The one thing I was allowed to do was to join the math team. I lettered in math. I am not kidding you. We had competitions. We had math competitions. Okay. So my extracurricular activity was in math. Doesn't mean I liked it. Doesn't mean I liked it. Okay. But it really all boils down to math. When we're talking about tax deferred plans, we're talking about like the 401k, 403b, 457, TSP. If they are taking money from your paycheck before you have to pay taxes, that is a tax deferred plan. What does a tax deferred plan mean? It means you will pay later. Hoãn thuế nha, chứ không có phải là trừ thuế, okay? Trừ thuế means a tax deduction. And then people, they use, in Vietnamese, it called trừ thuế. They cứ nghĩ là, but in English, trừ thuế could mean two different things. It could mean a tax deduction, or it can also mean you are lowering your taxable income. Okay? Nhưng mà when we say trừ thuế, everyone just says trừ thuế. But mình chưa có phân biệt trừ thuế là sao. Cái này là hoãn thuế chứ không phải là trừ thuế. That means you will pay later. You will pay later. And the biggest problem is how much you're going to pay later. You have not done that math problem. No one has. Well, not no one, but a lot of people have not figured out how much am I going to pay later. Okay? By the way, I'm going to say this now and I'll say it again just in case anyone jumps in and out. And then, you know how people are. They nghe một khúc thôi. They nghe just a little section and then they go out and they say this. I am not bad-mouthing 401ks. I have one. If you've got a 401k, you're in the market, right? Most people make their money in the market. Please do not listen to any insurance agent who badmouths the market. Why? What tool are they being, you guys? When people do that, what are they doing? Let me see it in comments. Come on, let me see it in comments. Let me see it. When someone badmouths what they can't do for you, what do we call that? Who's going to get it right? Let me see some comments. Who is going to get it right? Okay? Mấy người mà họ nói xấu những cái mà họ không có làm cho mình được á. Right? Nope. Okay? Mấy người bán bảo hiểm. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you very much. First one to get it. Phát, good job, Em. Good job. That's right. It means becoming a hammer. Okay? When you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. I know that you are not all nails. Some of you are screwy. Okay? So, you don't know? Now you know. So my husband has a saying. And his saying is, he uses it all the time. Hồi trước mình nghe, mình không có make sense. And I said, why do you say that? It's one of those silly white people sayings. When you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. That means if you got one solution, you're going to give that same solution to everybody. And guess what? It's not going to work. It is not going to work. So I can't stand it when I see like insurance agents bad-mouthing stocks and financial advisors, right? Like people who actually trade stocks, bad-mouthing insurance. So like anyone who is worth anything should be able to tell you that, yeah, you got to diversify. And yes, there's good and bad in everything. And really, to do it right, you should have a piece of everything. Okay? Most people who are rich make it in the market. They didn't make it with insurance. So, but there's a way to do it correctly. Okay, here we go. So you're paying later. Okay? Remember that there's the 59.5-year-old rule, 59-year rule. That means once you put your money in a tax-deferred plan, you can't touch that money until 59.5 without penalty. So let's think about that for a second. So I start going to work when I'm in my 20s and I put money in here and they're telling me I cannot access this money for another 30-something years. And then when I take it out in 30-something years, they'll tell me then how much I have to pay to take my money out. That's what you're doing with the tax deferred plan. Just remember that. Now, if you have enough money to cover all the taxes, awesome. But that's what you have to figure out. Are you going to have enough money to cover your taxes? Okay? All right. Tax-free, miễn thuế. So when we're talking about things that are tax-free, these two come to mind, Roth and IUL. Như vậy là những cái kế hoạch này là mình đã đóng thuế rồi, cái tiền mình đóng vào là mình đã đóng thuế rồi. Roth, after tax money. Okay? Insurance, IUL, after tax money. That means you pay now. You pay your taxes now. What is the advantage of that? Well, when you grow it and you make all this money, all your gains are now tax-free. That's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. Okay. Now, the Roth has a 59.5 rule, but the IUL has no age requirements. Okay, no age requirements. Như vậy là cái tiền vào cái IUL thì nếu trong đó có tiền mình có quyền mình lấy ra, nó không cần biết là mình bao nhiêu tuổi, nó không cần biết là mình đã đóng bao nhiêu năm rồi, nó không cần biết là bây giờ mình lấy cái tiền đó ra làm gì, sửa nhà, trị bệnh hay là đi Vegas chơi bài. They don't care. With the Roth and all of those other tax deferred plans, okay, là nếu mà mình lấy trước 59 tuổi rưỡi sẽ bị 10% penalty. Ngoài ra những cái hardship. Okie dokie. Rồi. So, I've done a video on this before, but I want to remind you, I want you to take a look at this. Oh boy, take a look at this, okay? Get rid of this here so that you can see it. This is the history of the federal income tax. Okay, it started in like 1913. Highest tax bracket at that time was 7%. Holy moly. What? 7%? Doesn't 7% sound so good right now? But guess what? The people back then thought it was too much. Think about that. Okay. All right. And so you look at this. This is the line of how the federal income tax bracket has gone. So the blue is the lowest tax bracket and the high is the red. Okay? So you can see that, look, each time you see this, it's really high. Oh my gosh. Can you guys see that? It says 94%. 94%. That was the highest tax bracket. If you can see, each time there's war, right? Each time there's political turmoil, what happens to our taxes? And then, look, from the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, the lowest tax, the highest tax bracket never went below 70%. That's 70. So then in the late 1970s, 1978, okay, the government said, oh, we got to help the people. We're taking away a lot of their income to taxes. So we need a way to help people. You know what that was called? It's called the Tax Code 401 Section K, also known as the 401k plan. And then in 1980, I believe, okay, at least the early 80s, they made it possible for your employer to take out your 401k contribution straight from your paycheck. And that started this wave of tax deferral. Everyone heard about the 401k. I'm going to max out my 401k. I'm going to max out my 401k. How much are you putting in your 401k? Oh, I'm maxing it out. What are you doing? Are you maxing it out? So back then it made sense, you guys. Look, Back then, if you were in a high tax bracket, yeah, I'm gonna defer it. And so mấy người mà họ bỏ vào 401k lúc đó rồi nha, lúc này nè, 19 like early 80s, okay? When taxes were high, and then look, now, however many decades later, we're at near historic low taxes. This is us right here, right now, right now. And yet all of us right now are complaining about how much taxes we're paying. Okay? So just take a look for a second. Okay, so we need to know about the history of taxes to understand, one, why was the 401k created? Two, what was the purpose? Three, should we be using it? What is it being used for? What's going to happen to my money in the future? Okay, so let's look. Oh, that's right. There's a thing called RMD, Required Minimum Distribution. Quý vị, có ai biết cái này là cái gì chưa? Has anyone hit these yet? Jim, don't answer. Jim, don't answer. Required minimum distribution. For most of the people watching right now, that's age 73. Như vậy là đến tuổi 73, họ sẽ bắt mình lấy ra. So for people who tell me, oh, when I retire, I'm not going to be taking out too much money. I'm just going to take out a little bit so that I can just pay a little bit in taxes. That's a good plan. That's a good plan. But what happens when 73 rolls around and then you get hit with required minimum distribution and you can't control how much you take out? Does anyone know why there is a thing called required minimum distribution? Có ai biết không? Tại sao? Tại sao 73 tuổi nó bắt mình lấy ra là tại sao? Why? Why? It's because they want you to start paying your taxes. They want you to start paying your taxes because you haven't paid them yet. Pay now, pay later. And it's time to pay. It's time to pay. Okay? So that's what you're doing when you're deferring. Now, you can search RMD calculator. You can search RMD calculator. Write it down so that you can look it up at some point. This is what the RMD calculator will help you figure out. Now you got to do it right. You got to do it right. When you are 73, they are going to look at the total balance in your tax deferred plan. Okay, in your tax deferred plan. And then there's a formula they're going to use to make you take out a required minimum amount. So what people end up doing is that they're so afraid to pay their taxes, they take out minimal. And did you know that your 401k plan, after you retire, it's going to be an IRA, should be doubling in about 8 years. So let's be super conservative and say it's going to double every 10 years. So if you have $400,000 now, let's think about this. Where are you going to be in 10 years? Well, hopefully you make money, right? Well, then that's going to double. And then if you're more than 20 years from retirement, then that number is going to double. Okay, so they base it on the balance. Balance. That's why I want people to start thinking. Right now, if you are paying taxes and you're a W-2 employee, you're contributing to a 401k, and you say, just max it out, man. Take as much as you can, and I'm going to pay those taxes later. But have we thought about what that actually means? Như vậy là mỗi paycheck, let's say $500 of each paycheck, because you're maxing it out, is going to go into your 401k. $500 a paycheck because you don't want to pay your 22% taxes right now. You're going to put it into a tax deferred plan and hopefully it's going to grow. That's what it's there for, right? And it's going to grow and it's going to grow. And then when you retire and you go to take it out, you must pay taxes on what you take out. You must pay taxes on the gains and what you put in. Như vậy là cái 500 đồng đó, ok, hồi trước mình đi làm mình không có muốn đóng thuế. Mình nói thôi, cứ bỏ vào 401k đi. 500 đồng mình không có muốn đóng thuế. Ok, bây giờ đang 12%, 22%, whatever it is. Rồi mình bỏ vào 401k rồi nó ra ra tiền lời. 20 năm sau, 30 năm sau, what will that be? Will that be mấy ngàn đồng? Right? And then sau này khi mà mình lấy ra, mình lời bao nhiêu mình phải đóng thuế quý vị ơi. Okay? And guess what? Như vậy là mình sẽ đóng thuế trên con số cao hơn. You're going to pay taxes on a higher balance than if you paid your taxes now on your paycheck. And that's if they never raise taxes. Oh. So then what happens if they raise taxes? Well, one, you can't do anything about it. So if right now we are at near historic low taxes and you believe that they're not going to raise taxes in the future, then dump as much as you can into tax deferred plans. That's what I'm saying. But if you think that there might be a chance that, oh, taxes might go up, then you need to do the math and you need to figure out, well, wait a second. Is this the smart thing to be doing? Now, if your employer is matching your 401k contributions, yes, they match 3%, give 3% at least. If they match 6, give 6. Okay? And I will remind you, it's not out of the goodness of their hearts that they're matching your money. Okay? Khi mà cái hãng họ match mình á, không phải là ôi trời ơi cái hãng này nó thương mình, nó tốt quá nha. No. They are transferring the tax liability to you. It is a tax write-off for them, and you will be now paying the taxes. So it's not free money. People call it free. It's not free, but it's more money than you would have had. So it's okay. Okay, so now are you getting a clearer picture on this big mess that we have that you have not thought through yet? Okay. I don't know if I made any more slides, so let's see. Oh, okay, so that's the last slide. There's my contact information. Okay? And here's, cái người này nói quá hay luôn. Thank you, AT. Ai có nhiều phải lấy nhiều. Có khi sẽ ảnh hưởng đến phải trả Medicare Part B cao hơn. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's something that we haven't even gotten into. That's how much this could affect your future. Because sau này đó, cái income của mình sẽ ảnh hưởng đến cái Medicare của mình. Okay, so a lot of people say, oh, when I retire, I'm not going to make any money. First of all, if that's the situation, you're in big trouble. But people think that they will, for sure, make less money when they stop working. And a lot of people are wrong. So in the past 2 days, I've talked to 2 clients who, by the way, it's so funny because when I figure it out, I see this look on their face and then they just they start smiling and laughing and it's like a nervous laugh like, oh, they didn't see it. So right now, think about how much you are you're making right now. Okay, how much you're taking home right now. Okay, just think about this a second. Let's think. Okay, so now you said this is your monthly income right now. And then what? And then you say, okay, so when I retire, what kind of income will I have? Do not forget your Social Security. If you work for the government or any other place that gives you a pension, lucky you, but guess what? Don't forget to count that too. And then if you have an IRA and if you will be taking money from your IRA or old 401k, that is also income. And so this week alone, 2 people who for sure maxing out 25% of their 401k, and we did the math, they're going to make more money in retirement, which means for sure they are going to pay more taxes. Bảo đảm chắc chắn luôn á, là tại vì sau này cái tiền hưu trí của họ cao hơn cái tiền bây giờ luôn. So just on the amount they're going to get alone, they're paying more. And then nếu mà chính phủ tăng thuế, if taxes go up, now you're really going to pay more. Okay? Okay. So that's why we have to start thinking about how do we grow our money tax-free? Can you find a way? Roth is one way. But a lot of people make too much money to put money in a Roth. So for anyone now listening, if you're still young and not making that much money, Roth. Okay? I started Roths for my kids. Because the money that grows inside a Roth is going to be tax-free. And money in a Roth is going to be tax-free. So you probably want to grow that as much as you can. Phải không? Remember, you pay your taxes now, bỏ tiền vào cái Roth, mình đầu tư, mình lời, mình không đóng thêm một đồng tiền thuế luôn. Excellent, right? And remember, AT, thank you again for bringing it up. The more income you have, it's going to affect your Medicare. Okay? Trời ơi, nói đến Medicare, there's so many things to talk about. I don't even have time for it. Nhiều người nghĩ là Medicare sau này mà mình bị bệnh á, mình cần vào nursing home, Medicare nó bao cho. No, they don't. Sau này mình bệnh, mình cần người tới nhà chăm sóc á, Medicare nó trả tiền. No, they don't. Okay? Mấy người mà có bà con hoặc là quen ai đó, họ già, họ đau, rồi chính phủ trả tiền cho người ta tới nhà chăm sóc. And then người ta cứ nghĩ là sau này mình cũng là sẽ được như vậy. No. Okay? Unless you are very poor, unless you are low income, no one's going to help you with that. Okay? Everyone else, most of us in the middle class, tiền túi hết. So you better think about that. Okay. So that is why when I work with clients, an IUL most of the time is a great solution because it takes care of the death benefit that people don't think about. Like, come on. You insure your car, you insure your house. Like, why? Why are you insuring your house? Homeowners insurance is not required. Okay? Why? It's because you don't want to pay for it should something happen. What is something? Oh, in case your house burns down. Okay? Who knows anyone who's had their house burned down? Nhưng mà you still pay the premium every month. And guess what? Mình trả hàng tháng rồi nó đi luôn. Every dollar you paid to your car insurance and your homeowner's insurance is gone. Gone. So when you get life insurance, because guess what? There's going to be a payout. You are going to die. You are going to die. Okay? Okay, so her grandma lost her house. Was she glad she had insurance? Did she have insurance? And if she did, was she glad she had it? Okay? So permanent life insurance is going to pay out. You're going to die. That is a for sure. Mình không có là. There's no question. Okay, and then the other thing that I have to think about is, well, what if I live too long? They say in financial planning, you should not be planning as if you're going to die soon. You should be planning for living too long. Okay? Có người hỏi về cái Roth nó có cần là phải, lấy ra không? No, you know why? They don't care. Mình đóng thuế rồi, mình lấy ra nó bắt mình lấy ra làm gì đâu. Nó đâu ảnh hưởng gì đến nó đâu. Mình trả thuế rồi. They can't make money off you. Okay. So we all know we're gonna die. Most of us are probably going to get sick and need some kind of care. We are all living longer now. People are living longer. Okay, hồi xưa trời ơi, sống đến 60 tuổi là thấy là thọ rồi đó. But every year, okay, with medical advances and people are taking care of better care of themselves, we as humans are living longer, which means we're aging, and with age will come health issues. Okay, so a lot of people are going to need long-term care. Now, long-term care insurance acts very much like the other types of insurance where mình đóng tiền nhưng mà mình không bệnh, mình cũng đã mất tiền rồi. Nếu như vậy tại sao mình không có mua bảo hiểm nhân thọ? Trong đó là bao gồm cái long-term care money. Sau này mình bệnh, mình cần mình lấy tiền bảo hiểm ra mình xài. Còn như nếu mà mình không bệnh thì sao? Mình lấy tiền mặt ra mình xài. It's a no-brainer. Okay, no-brainer. So, nhưng mà mình phải làm cho đúng. Unfortunately, a lot of people không làm đúng. A lot of people don't understand how it works, so they bắt người agent viết sai luôn. Okay? So, that's why là mình cần phải là, okay, you got to learn about it. You have to ask questions. Sometimes I sit down with clients and I ask them all these questions and they say, wow, trời ơi, hỏi gì kỹ vậy? Okay, they think I ask too many questions. Like, why am I asking about how much they spend a month in groceries? They think I'm just asking too many questions. But you know what? If your agent is not asking you those questions, they're not doing their job. Okay? They're not doing their job. And if you, as the client, are not being honest, you're not doing your job. Nên nếu mà cái người khách hàng mà nói láo nè, right? Nói láo, giấu, okay? How can we help you? And here's the thing. Đừng có ham rẻ because you will pay for it in the long run. If you say, oh, tôi đóng mấy chục đồng thôi mà cái tiền tử nó gần 1 triệu này kia. Please. Do you want me to help you now or do you want me to let you suffer a little bit before I help you get out of that one? So everything has its place. If you're in the market, again, bao nhiêu người là cứ sau khi mà họ làm họ không có biết làm gì với cái tiền 401k nên họ để nơi chỗ làm luôn. Awful. Awful. Hôm kia có nói chuyện với một chị, she để trong cái 401 để với cái hãng cũ. And như 10 năm sau, very little lời. Very little lời. And then có một cái plan khác nữa cũng là cái hãng cũ. Okay? And 20 năm sau mà lời 8.000 đồng. She made $8,000 in 20 years. Why? Because she wanted to do it herself. It makes no sense. If you are doing it yourself and that's not like your profession and you think it's cheap, it's not. It's not. When the market tanks and you lose 40% of your portfolio, you still think it's cheap? Mình tự làm. Nếu mà mình đợi khi nào mình nghe tin tức, mình chăm lắm nha, mình nghe tin tức mỗi lần mình nghe cái gì trên CNBC rồi sau đó mình vào mình mua cái stock này, stock kia. It's too late. It's too late. Okay? So all the people that you see on TV talking about, like on CNBC, if you're watching it all the time, they've already made their move. Quý vị hiểu như vậy không? Họ biết cái gì họ đã làm rồi. Đến khi mình nghe trên tin tức, mình mới làm là nó đã là too late rồi. So don't miss out on that. I still don't understand why. How much do you pay your gardener to do your lawn? How much do you pay your hair person to do your hair? Oh, mấy chị ha, how much do you pay to get your nails done all the time? Think about how much you spend for that. Would you still spend that same amount on someone to help you with your finances? And if the answer is no, you deserve to lose your money because that's ridiculous. Okay? So the mistakes that we a lot of people end up making are one, thinking when I retire, I'm going to make less money than I'm making now. So many of people are wrong. Two, oh, everyone's doing it, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to max out my 401k. And you understand nothing of it. You don't know the rules. You don't know what you agreed to. Thực sự quý vị đã là agree như vậy nè. Ok, bây giờ mình sẽ đưa họ tiền của mình. Rồi họ sẽ đầu tư. Rồi mấy chục năm sau đó, khi mà mình cần xài đến cái tiền đó, khi đó họ sẽ cho mình biết cái phí để mình lấy cái tiền mình ra. Và họ nói bao nhiêu, mình phải trả bấy nhiêu thôi. Quý vị là đã là agree to that. Ok? Quý vị phải là nghĩ là nó như vậy. Nên nếu mà mình nhiều tiền á, mình trả cái tiền thuế đó, no problem á. It's okay. Còn như nếu mà mình để dành được có 800.000 thôi. It has to last you for the next 30 something years. Đó là mình không có tính là mình bệnh. Mình mà bệnh á, oh, you're gonna lose a lot of money. Rồi trên cái 800.000 đó, mình sẽ mất ít nhất là 30% thuế. Rồi bây giờ còn nhiêu? Rồi phải tính vào lạm phát. Okay, so think about how much you may lose just to taxes, and then let's think about inflation. Huh. Man, I remember the days I used to buy a tô phở 5 đồng. Bây giờ tô phở nào mà 5 đồng mình không dám ăn luôn á. Okay? So your money will not be worth what it is worth today. Thì nếu mình có tiền, nếu mình làm ra tiền, cái tiền mình phải sanh ra tiền lời. You have to make money while you're sleeping. You have to make money while you're sleeping. And even better, if it's tax-free. Okay, so now let's start understanding what this IUL thing can do. So it's life insurance, meaning nếu mình mất, gia đình mình có tiền. Okay, so if you die, your family gets a death benefit, which means in the time that you're building up, in the time you're saving, if anything happens to you, your family gets a big amount in death benefit. But if let's say you're starting out with a Roth or an IRA, and let's say you've only been saving for a couple of years, and you may have 12,000 in it, maybe you've got 15,000 in it, and if you die, guess what? Well, one, they really can't touch it right now. Nhưng mà that's it. Rồi nó còn lên xuống, we don't know. But if it was a permanent life insurance policy with cash value and a death benefit, cái ngày hôm sau luôn, mình mới vào mình đóng một tháng là một ngày đó. Ngày hôm sau quý vị mà mất, gia đình mình được một số tiền rất là lớn miễn thuế. Okay? Đó là giá trị nào. Còn như hey, more power to you, let's live long, let's take care of ourselves. Mình sống lâu thì sao? Thì mình sống lâu á, thì thường mình hay đổ bệnh. Mà nếu quý vị bệnh thì mình lấy tiền tử ra mình xài. Tiền bệnh trong cái tiền tử đó. And if you live long and you never get sick, oh my gosh, how lucky. Then guess what? Mình lấy tiền mặt ra mình xài. Okay? It's and then if you find the right person, the right carrier, okay? Không phải là if you don't know about it, it sounds scary, it sounds like it doesn't exist. You don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. Okay? And then mấy người mà họ hay làm research online á, please, like if you're going to do your research online, be be thorough. Be thorough. Because right now, if anyone Googles 401k obsolete, cái chữ obsolete quý vị biết không? Nè, okay? So try to Google that and see what you come up with. And yet, guess what? Because most people know it, they're familiar with it, they've heard it, they will ignore anything bad that they see. Whereas if you research something that's new because you never heard of it before, hoặc là, you don't know anyone who's done it, and you're so afraid that you will ignore what's good about it. Okay, so let's not like now that you know, let's put some effort into it. Okay. Okay. Lỡ mình mới đóng có vài năm mà mình bệnh, không có khả năng trả premium nữa thì sao? Well, that depends on your policy. Tại vì nhiều cái ha, nhiều cái bảo hiểm mình nó không có flexible, mình không có thay đổi gì được hết trơn á. Nên some hãng mình lấy ra cái tiền bệnh là thôi hết tiền tử luôn. Có mấy hãng khác là mình lấy tiền bệnh ra, còn khi mình mất bao nhiêu của tiền tử sẽ còn lại. Có depending on the type of policy, mình đóng mà mình không có đóng nổi nữa là mình sẽ mất hợp đồng. And some other policies, mình đóng vài năm rồi mình không còn khả năng đóng nữa. Mình hạ xuống cái tiền tử, mình hạ xuống everything được để mình giữ được hợp đồng. Okay? That's right, Dennis. Work through what you don't understand. Yeah? And you know, the funny thing is, you look at the information is there, and yet people just oh, I heard this, my friend said this, and I said, get the proof. Like, come on. You're going to base your entire financial future on what you heard a friend say? Like, that's irresponsible. Phải không? Okay. So, I hope you learned a little something. Phương asks, can we have both Roth 401k from work and Roth IRA individually? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. Also, if you've got một cái hợp đồng bây giờ nè, if you already have life insurance, especially if it's permanent life insurance, meaning there should be some kind of cash value, okay, you need to look at it to see if it's good. To see if it's good. If you bought it a long time ago, it probably needs an upgrade or an update. Okay? It's simple math. Like if you send it to me, I will show you. And it's all right there in writing. Like I'm not going to tell you something that you can't see. I'm going to show you. This is how much you pay a month. This is how much it is a year. This is how long you're paying it. This is the total that you've paid. This is what they tell you you have left. What? I paid $49,000 and I have $2,000 left? Yes. I am not exaggerating, quý vị ơi. I am not exaggerating. Now, my agents who are on right now, they can tell you. Okay? I train my agents. I show them the different policies I come across. And it's mind-boggling how anyone could not read a statement and just say, wait a second, something's wrong. Okay, mình phải nhìn lại nha, something is wrong và mình phải cứu cái hợp đồng đó. You can, we can help you. Chứ đừng có vì mình không hiểu, mình không thích rồi mình lơ. Okay? So people will procrastinate if they don't like something, if it's too complicated. Okay? Dennis says, I think I screwed on a regular and a Roth IRA. You mean you screwed up on a regular and a Roth IRA? Wait, a regular? Oh, and a Roth IRA. Oh, and here's the other thing. Oh, not enough time. I'm just going to throw it out there. If you are close to retirement or if you're in retirement right now and you've got one of those IRAs, an old 401k that you rolled out and it's now sitting at blah, 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 because you're doing it yourself and it's just sitting there and you're happy because why? You're happy because nó không lên nhưng mà nó cũng không xuống nhiều. Quý vị ơi, it should be doubling every 8 years. That's your goal. And sometimes we can even do better than that. So let's take a look on how we can make it better. That means là we can take what you have now, existing. Cái tiền mình đang có bây giờ nào. How can we make it better? How can we grow it? How can we grow it with absolutely no risk in the market? We can. And how can we do that with no fees? We can. This exists. Okay? This exists. But you've got to see it in writing. You've got to see it in writing. So for people who are near retirement or in retirement and you've got these old 401ks sitting around, okay? If you put it in the right annuity, you can guarantee yourself that you will never run out of money. You can guarantee yourself you will never outlive your money. Okay? If you've got a little time, I can actually help you grow it so much more than you have right now. No risk to losing it. And then later, we can turn on that lifetime income. Okay? There are some people now who heard about this or they were sold a lifetime income annuity. Nhưng mà they didn't need to do that yet. And so now they're paying fees for it. Nhưng họ không biết. Họ không biết. Cái niên kim, great if you get the right one. Okay? Please be very careful about bonuses. Please be very careful about bonuses. Tại vì rốt cuộc cái mà không bonus á, nó lời hơn nhiều. Đừng có ham rẻ, đừng có ham những cái chữ. And by the way, no such thing as a sale. No such thing as we've got a sale going on right now on life insurance. Oh my God, I heard that. I heard at least a couple people tell me that. And I said, are you kidding me? And then, I'm not going to tell you the name of the company, but an agent with that company said, oh yeah, okay, this is the quota that the agent has to make. And so they do these things and they pressure people into buying by telling them they're getting a discount. Please do not fall victim to that kind of stuff. Life insurance is life insurance. There is no sale. Okay? Không có gì mà đại hạ giá for sale for life insurance, quý vị ơi. Okay? Be careful of those bonuses. I've seen so many awful, awful, awful policies because someone was like, oh, but they've got a sale. I got to hurry up and do this. And now they're stuck. Because now they can't they'll lose everything. Please do not let yourself get into that situation. Okay. Mình định nói sao? Chào cả nhà, em chào Lina. Hello. Em có nhận được email của chị không? Em không biết chị. Chị gửi đi ngày mùng 4 tháng 6 hả? Nếu mà chị thấy em không trả lời là có gì wrong đó chị. Chị check lại, make sure. Okay, make sure. I've got a couple people recently spelled my name wrong hoặc là they did something wrong. Okay, so here is my email. Please make sure là chị làm đúng. Còn không chị, then text me. Okay, I'm gonna give out my number, and if you're going to, please be respectful with it. Should I give it out? Here it is. Here it is, chị ơi. Ok, như vậy chị text em, chị nhắc em nha. Nhưng mà there's my email address. Because anyone who texts me anyway, who calls me anyway, I'm going to ask you to email me. Nhưng mà some people just don't want to copy it down. They just want a number. And if you call me and I don't answer, what do? Please leave a voicemail. Please leave a voicemail. Còn như nếu mà if you calling and I'm busy because I'm in meetings all day and I don't answer and you don't leave a voicemail, I'm not calling you back. Okay? Please quý vị, nếu mà quý vị gọi mà Lina không bắt phone tại vì mình đang có hẹn với người khác đó, please leave a voicemail. Còn không quý vị text cho Lina đi. Rồi trước sau Lina cũng là xin quý vị mà email tại vì that's the easiest way for me to keep track of everything. Okie dokie. Whew, that's a lot of information. That's a lot of information. I need to calm down. Let me go here. How does it go? Let's go. Phát, thank you so much, Dave, for sharing your knowledge as always. Thank you, Phát, for listening. I really appreciate. Nếu quý vị chưa like, bấm một lần thôi. Nếu quý vị chưa có subscribe, then please subscribe. Nếu ai cần giúp về mấy cái vụ này, ok? Cái vụ life insurance, cái vụ annuity, cái vụ đầu tư, cái vụ 401k, Roth, liên lạc với Lina. Okay. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I will see you again on Thursday. We'll do something fun for Thursday. Okay, everybody. Mwah! Bye. Teresa, tụi em đang chờ email của chị hả? 500 câu hỏi của tụi em nhé. Teresa. Ok. Như vậy tối nay chị không có ăn, không ngủ luôn. Bye. See you later.